Hey everybody, so in this video, I would like to talk to you about feeling in the spirit. Okay, I'm talking put your hand up into just midair, move it with a certain state of mind, and be able to actually feel the spirit. Um, Now, when I first discovered this, it was by accident, or at least I think it was by accident. I don't know, maybe the Lord was sovereignly revealing certain things that he wanted me to know so that I could later impart them to you guys, and be able to have fun with them and stuff. So when I discovered them, I was camping and I was warming my hands by a fire, and it was nighttime, and uh, and I was just holding my hands out, and all of a sudden, the air started feeling like really thick water. It was really strange. Like li- like just imagine that you're standing in water like up to your chest, I guess, and you're moving your hand, in water, and how you have that resistance, that feeling of movement, that feeling of touch, on your arm and your hand as you're moving. That's what it felt like, and I was just like, what? How could this be? I figured it was just because I was tired, or maybe, I don't know what it was. But the next day, when I woke up, I was like, I gotta try to see if I can, feel this stuff again. And so I tried to feel again, and I was able to do it. I was able to actually feel, the air, and I didn't understand what it was. I really didn't have any knowledge about what this stuff is. I did have a desire for God to take me into more of the spiritual type things, so maybe this is just an answer to prayer. Um, and um, so that's how it started. That's how it started out, and I could feel like the waves of the spirit moving and stuff. It's pretty cool. So now, how can I teach you how to do it? Um, what's interesting is that um, sometimes trying to get it back was a little bit difficult. Like after not practicing it for a while, but then after doing some practice, I finally got it to the point to where I could think a single thought, and in an instant it would be turned on. Um, like I'll tell you how to do it in a minute. But like during worship, like when I'm in church, I can quite literally release all muscle control of my hands. I have all muscle control released right now. I just did it. Gravity's not pulling my hands down because I've placed somehow my hands in a state of mind that allows them to like rest on this thick air. Now, when I'm in church worshiping, like I can allow my hands to just fall down to my sides, and if the worship, if the presence of God is like strong in the room, my arms will shoot up like this, very, very, sometimes fast and sometimes slow, and then just drop down. And I can feel the spirit right now, um, as I'm moving my hands. Uh, And another cool thing is once you get to the point where you can actually feel the movement of the watery sensation in the air. Like sometimes when I move my fingers down, it feels like Scotch tape, literally peeling off my fingers. You concentrate on it, and you move your fingers down. It feels like Scotch tape. It's so strange. It, like pulling off your hairs. I mean, not hurt wise, but you know that feeling, right? Um, so let's see here. Here is one of the ways that you can start to sense this. Now, if you're in your mind doubting that you're going to be able to feel it, you probably won't be able to because you can only be at one place at one time. And if you're trying to feel with your hands, for this stuff, but in your mind, you're like, well, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I don't know how this is going to work. Thinking those thoughts will actually make it to where you can't feel it because you have to be concentrated. You got to be able to, you have to focus between your hands. Like, don't focus, well, I don't know how it's going to work between my hands. Because if you do that, you're up here, you're not down here, right? But if you just concentrate and just feel for like a sensation of heat, or feel for a sensation of tingling. One thing that you can actually do to make a quick um, uh, activation of the feeling is clap your hands several times. I'm not going to do it because our son is sleeping, but clap your hands several times and then rub them really briskly together like this. And then slowly open your hands up, and you'll start to feel like a tingling sensation. You know, quite the same as when your hands fall asleep. And what you do is you don't even have to look, but put your palms really, really close together like this, um, and just slowly make circles like this. And what you will feel, now I am not kidding you, this will feel like rolling a clay ball. I can feel the movement and the size of the circular shape of this ball as I'm spinning it around. Um, and it's a magnetic sensation. It's a magnetic sensation that goes around in circles, and you can push in on it, and it will resist. It's smushy, and you can pull it away, and it'll get bigger, and it's just really cool. Now, I am going to stop this video for a moment because I got to help my wife with the groceries. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, sorry about that. So you can roll your hands in circles, and you can actually feel, like a clay ball inside your hands, like the actual feeling of it is so cool. Now, another way that you can actually start to feel in the spirit. Now, the thing is about all this stuff, you got to be really, really careful with what you're focusing on. Because doing stuff like this can open up doors to the wrong side of what you're intending, to have happen. You want to, it's good to create an atmosphere of worship, before you concentrate on this stuff. It's good to, engage in scripture, really, really think about the Lord, and think about the Lord while you're doing this. Just invite Jesus to come along and say, Jesus, if this is something that you're interested in having me to practice, help me learn it. Help teach me how to do these things. I just wanted to throw that in there because it's really important to make sure that you do that. So another way that you can experience it is after you do this stuff, you can kind of try to release muscle control and let your hands drop down, and kind of spread your hands apart like this. Spread your hands apart and see if you can feel pressure, like pressure pushing up on your hands, and you're pushing down on it, and they come back up. From this pressure, and you can feel it coming back up. So there's that, and then another cool technique is to go like this. Take your hand. I'm trying to see the best way to do this. Take your hand, and now don't pay attention to this hand. Pay only attention to this hand, and brush your fingers down all the way down to your wrist. Back up and down, up and down. And you're trying to memorize the feeling in this hand, not this one, as you're brushing up and down. Then, when you're ready, move your hands this far away and keep brushing up and down. And as you're doing this, you might be able to feel a tingling sensation, or maybe a heat, or the movement of a feeling going down your hand and up your hand. That will also help you to be able to feel in the spirit. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth am I trying to play around with this stuff, right? because it is a beautiful addition that you can do in worship. You know, just like I was saying before, when I'm focusing on Jesus and just really concentrating on Him during worship, my arms move by themselves, and I can feel the movement. Like I can move with the things in the spirit inside the room, and like if I see a flame of fire, I can move with it. But like I can feel winds of the spirit just blowing across my hands, you know, in my arms and stuff, and it's a really beautiful thing. You know, there's praying in the spirit with your voice, and then and I like to call this dancing in the spirit. You know, because it allows you to just really tap into that feeling of spirit. Um, I think that's going to be it for this video. And again, please do let me know if you guys have any questions, and I would be happy to help out. Grace and peace.